Oh my God. Let's get it. You ready?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Welcome back, man. You are now tuning in to the Woke Up Winning Show. And we hope you woke up winning to this show, man. You know what I'm saying? We got another episode for you today, man. It's your guy, Dice Game J. My boy came back to running back, Big Folly.
Show that.
And man, you know what I'm saying? We just finna keep this joint on and talk to y'all for a minute, man. So, you know, my guy, I was sitting here thinking just recently about decisions that we make to build character, right?
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Like, um, what shapes you versus what leaves you shapeless. You know what I'm saying? The things that build character, man. So where I was coming from was I started thinking about the things that build character. Your spiritual or religious walk, your family, your friends, your trials and your tribulations. So for me, I'm thinking now all these things are beneficial towards growth, right? You know what I'm saying?
For
but
sure.
that can shape you. But there are certain things, you know, within those ideas that can leave you shapeless if you rely on them too much.
For sure.
Like, you know, emotions can be good for you, but they can also hurt you. You know what I'm saying? Spirituality can be good for you depending on how you receiving it, but it can also hurt you.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? And I know that doesn't sound like real popular to say, but it's true. It's true. Your family and friends, you know, trials and tribulations. Like, so I guess I'm gonna ask you between trials and tribulations, attack which one you want to attack, right? And emotions, family and friends, spirituality, or just go for it. I just want to talk to you about it because, you know, we often think that just because we have these things in play, family and friends and stuff like that, you think is shaping you, but it could be leaving you shapeless. You know what I'm saying? And maybe have to identify that before it's too late.
I'll first say you have to know who you are and where you want to go. Because you'll find yourself, if you don't know who you are and you don't know where you want to go, your character will make itself. People will determine your character. People can't determine my character. People say, Jay, you too nice. But it's an ugly side to that nice. And to keep people from seeing what I don't want them to see, it's just easier to take the high road. It's not a road that's popular. It's not a road a lot of people can do. But I take pride in that I can do. I don't like smoke. Because if I bring smoke, by the time you realize it's smoke, you done burnt.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
It's no in between. It go from it go from sunny to stormy.
Real quick.
And
look, so it's kind of like the way that you jumped into that. I just had this conversation with my son, right? You know, he's getting of age. You know what I'm saying? He's 16 now. He goes, you know, he's dating and talking to girls and stuff like that. And often, you know, I see him like, you know, it's the best day in the world for him, and often I see him like it's the worst day in the world for him, right? So I pulled him to the side and I said, "Hey, man, let me tell you something that you need to know early on. If you don't have enough self-esteem for yourself, if you're not strong enough to know who you are without somebody patting on your back or affirmation, man, you know what I'm saying, from them, then you're in no shape to be dealing with a woman. Because a woman can make you feel like, you know, on top of the world or lower than scum if you allow her to. But if you know who you are and you can take that and you can hear that and know that that it don't apply to you, it means nothing to you. Like, man, I know you lying. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know this ain't, that ain't me. You know what I'm saying? You just talking out the side of your mouth. You know what I'm saying? And, but if you can't do that, and until you do that, until you know who you truly are, you know what I'm saying? And you understand, you know, what it truly means to have self-esteem about yourself. Never call yourself having a girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? Now, there's a side of the story that, you know, a lot of people, you know, a real woman wouldn't tear her man down. They talk to him like that. Man, we know that when people get in fights, unfortunately, you know, people get petty real quick. And the idea is just to hurt you, right? You know what I'm saying? Men don't typically move like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember I had to break it down to my to my to my to my homeboy one time, and we was talking about, and actually I had this conversation with my wife as well. Like, I just told her, I said, hey man, you know, men hold themselves to a different, you know, what it takes for a man to be respected. You know what I'm saying? And what it takes for a man to hold to be like, we don't talk like women talk. It's okay for women to talk how they talk because that's within their nature, right? And no woman is expecting a man to deal within a woman's nature, to behave as a woman will behave, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's you shouldn't, a woman can, and I've heard it so many times throughout my years of living, man, women will chop each other down.
All the time. That's why we don't have female presidents.
And come back, oh, well, wait. Well, okay. Women would chop each other down, right? Women would chop each other down. And they would call each other out, each other names. You know what I'm saying? They will, you know, do things to me that you know, it's almost like an act of betrayal, right? But, you know, and it's okay. But at the same breath, they'll, all is forgiven within a month or two. They can hug each other. You know, somebody's in need of help, they can forgive them and just move on and really almost move on without even an apology. Because there's nothing wrong with moving on, right? But typically you move on with the idea that somebody, you know, held themselves accountable for the hurtful things that they said or that they did. You know what I'm saying? But women tend to just, you know, enough time has passed. You know, hindsight, you know,
depending on what it was.
So yeah, depending on what it was, man. You know, it's hard to get somebody to. So, like, basically, that's what that's that, and that's not and as a man, we don't move like that. That's not within our nature, right? You know what I'm saying? So, going back to elaborate on what I said that he was going through like that, you know, no, you can't sit there and just allow her to say or do anything to you without her holding her accountable as a man should. You know what I'm saying? Like, if she doesn't respect you enough or love you enough to apologize for what she has done, then she is not ready to be with a man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to help her understand that you are a man. You know what I'm saying? And that, because men try men. You know what I'm saying? And you often have to remind people that you are a man. You know what I'm saying? By your walking it, you know, so not being sized up by this. So again, I mean, that's pretty good the example that you just said for me to, you know, counter with. Like, it just strictly made me think about that. I think now at the same time, what I do, let me ask you this. Do you feel like it's almost I often ask myself in some aspects of women just being able to forgive and move on. Hear what I'm getting ready to say now.
Mm-hmm.
Is there truly a godlike ability
To forgive and move on?
To forgive and move on without having to say or let them, without accepting your forgiveness for it? Because without them accepting your forgiveness for it, that means there's not necessarily, it's not, there's not an apology. You know what I'm saying? There's not, I'm not gonna say accountability per se, but I guess I can say there's not an
no
accountability.
accountability.
And I say that to say this, like,
And
how many times do we do what we do on a regular day basis and just don't ask God for forgiveness?
all the time.
But you know what I'm saying? But
All the time.
he forgave you. You know what I'm saying? Or did he not? You know what I mean? Like, is it a God-like ability to just say, hey?
For those who are religious,
Now, before you say religious, do we agree or disagree that there is a difference between religion and spiritual?
Oh, most definitely.
Okay, so are you speaking from the religious aspect or are you speaking for spiritual? Before you say what you're getting ready to say.
Because I don't know who's listening to this podcast.
No, it doesn't matter.
So, well, I say those who believe in something. I say that who believe in, because you know.
Hey man, I'm just in your previous life, you may have been a congressman. That was so politically correct.
You know, like
can we toast to that one? That was
we just don't know.
Yeah,
whatever you believe in.
Okay, holla at me.
But for those who understand the law of spiritual, we are in the image, is what we've been taught and told. That we are in the image. So that leads me to think that me forgiving myself, being a part of him, he forgave me, even if I didn't say it.
Hold on, let me process that one, and maybe they need to hear it again without rewinding this. Say that again.
So if by what we've been taught, because a lot of things we don't know for sure because somebody taught us, somebody taught them, somebody taught that person. So you'll have to go all the way back in time to understand what's real and what's not real.
Mm-hmm.
But based off what we've been taught, we are made in his image. And the church is not a building, it's in your heart. So that leads me to believe if I forgave myself, he forgave me because I am him. He is me. So therefore, you don't have to, it's just my own thoughts. You don't have to go and physically out of your mouth say it, because if he is me and I am him, I've forgiven me. So,
man, they almost sent chills through me, literally. I ain't never heard it put like that.
Because you can't tell me know all and then tell me I got to tell him every time I do something.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, though. All right, so with that being said, I'm going to counter that by saying where the gray area for that is at with me. You said I shouldn't have to tell him everything if he know all, if I've forgiven myself. But yet you'll ask him for everything. Well, you don't ask yourself.
We really asking ourselves because
really. Because
remember when they tell you that they tell you before you can do something, you first have to think it. And then you have to speak it into existence. Okay, all that coincides, they play together. So
okay, go ahead.
I can ask out loud, this, that, and the third. But if I am it, I believe it. It's gonna manifest itself because that's where I'm leading it. I'm speaking to him through me because he is me, I am him. Now, what you get up and do on a daily basis determine whether you're gonna get it.
Okay, so are you higher? Is there a higher power than what's higher in you?
I don't know.
I think now I respect and I appreciate your answer. Because as I'm receiving what you're saying, I'm still like, it's almost, it's saying that to me, I mean, we are made in his image, right? That's what we was taught.
Yeah, we taught.
But so even with that being said, but we are not him. Like your son is made in your image, right? But he is not you. You know what I'm saying? Your son has his own personality. Your son will have his own belief. You know what I'm saying? He will have his own spiritual walk. So he's made in the image of you, but yet he's not you, right? You know what I'm saying? With that being said, he is depending on you as a father, as a higher being than him right now. You know what I'm saying? And with that being said, he will always depend on you. Hopefully he will. And what I mean by that is that no matter how old our children get, no matter how the relationship is with our parents, we always appreciate their approval. We go from wanting it to needing it to maybe even depending on it as from adolescence all the way up until adulthood to saying, I appreciate it, right? You know what I'm saying? It's when you call somebody and you share accolade with them, it's with the idea that you feel like they will appreciate it. So their emotion behind it becomes part of an outlet for you, like a resource for you, like a level of affirmation, like if you will. It there you don't have to be cheered by anybody, but everybody wants to be celebrated, and it's very lonely to celebrate by yourself. You have to find somebody, and often those people would typically be your immediate family, if not anybody else. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, like I feel like I love what you just said. For me, I want to say that for me, I have to believe that there is a higher power. Like I have to believe, like whether you feel like heaven or hell is real, whether you feel like God is real, everybody, for those people who don't believe in that, they believe in energy. You have to believe that there's something behind this life, whether you believe in heaven or hell or not. You believe. So, for me, the older I got, the more I realized that hey, there has to be a place where you reap what you sow when you're done with this body. Whether you want to say it's your soul, your spirit, your energy. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of takes on that.
It has to return somewhere. Yeah. For me, basically, I just want to make sure that it's on the good side. You know what I'm saying? Or wherever it is at. You know what I'm saying? Because if that wasn't true, then we wouldn't have, good people, bad people. And that's always according to perspective, opinion, what you want to say. Yeah.
I don't think it's really any good or bad. Well, I think it's people that put in positions who make decisions that they weren't taught.
Or what about those that were taught and still chose to just make, like, put it like this. There may not be quote unquote good or bad people, right? But let me ask you this. Is there right or wrong people? People that do right and people that do wrong. Good and bad can be subjective. But people that do right, people that do wrong, people that do evil, do not do evil. The reason I'm saying that is because for me, okay, let's talk R. Kelly. Let's talk R. Kelly. Can we talk R. Kelly?
We can talk Kelly.
We can talk
King R&B.
Yeah.
If he ever get out and do a concert, I'm front row.
Hey man,
nobody say.
Let me say this.
I went in the room when he did what he did.
I watched the podcast.
Be there.
I watched something dealing with Charlemagne the God. I forgot the guy that he had on it. And I just watched this like 2 days ago when he did the retake of residuals.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, if I listen to 20 more seconds of this, I'm screaming free R. Kelly. He's innocent. That's how cold he was with his talent. Like, it was like, man, look.
To have that
man ain't did nothing wrong.
To have that type of talent to do that over a phone. And it ain't a good phone.
Because he ain't the first artist to record over a jail phone, right?
But you heard how it sound versus how he is sound.
Yeah, well, the quality is the quality. I think what you heard in him was his delivery and his passion. Because the phones don't change. You know what I'm saying? Whether you got a cell phone or you actually on a line, the phones don't change. Trust me, I've been there. It don't change. You know what I'm saying? But you heard his passion and his delivery. You know what I'm saying? Somebody else could have said those exact same words that he said, but with less passion. The delivery just wasn't the cues. But getting back to it, okay, so we already know that, he felt like since it was done to him and he was okay, or he survived it, that it made it okay. All right. The answer to that is no. Right? The answer to that is no. It's not okay. Often we feel like because we were strong enough to survive something that was horrific in our adolescence, we choose to think everybody else will be okay.
They know I'm stupid, right?
I don't think you're stupid, but I think you're going to say something completely.
If he moved to Japan, he would be all right. The legal age for messing with girls in Japan is 13. Then all right, just go to Japan. You got the money. Go to Japan.
If I could be honest with you, I think where he was within the states, certain states, I think it was, I think he was, it was okay. You know what I'm saying? I think what happened with him is that we have to see it.
Happened to him, the money ran out.
You know what I'm saying? Well,
look how long shit been going on. We knew this. He hit us with I Believe I Can Fly. We knew this. Might just put out another hit.
He just put out another hit. We can say the money ran out, but sometimes it's big. It can sometimes it's bigger than the money, right? Why do we want, but that's a different conversation. Why did they want him to be taken down? Right? Bill Cosby had all the money in the world.
You learn how to read.
You know what I'm saying? But nigga.
I read the damn contract.
Look, that part. But look,
like
he had all the money in the world, right? He had all the money in the world. I didn't feel like, but when they got done with him with litigation fees, he was broke. They show you how quick they can take this shit away from you, bro. He spent all his money, all that money he was trying to use to buy NBC. You know what I'm saying? Was gone real quick. Took everything from him. It was amazing. Now we getting off top. We kind of getting off topic, but I'm gonna get back on. Let me say this, man. My problem with the whole R. Kelly situation and Bill Cosby, without getting so deep into it, man. Right or wrong, there is a man by Charlie Sheen that's walking these streets every day. That story came and went so quick. The man is on record, was accused and he gave women willingly HIV. He around here doing the Flintstone. Ain't seen a jail cell. That's premeditated murder. I need to understand what was so horrific about what he did versus what R. Kelly did or Bill Cosby allegedly did. Why is he out and they in? Different conversation, but just wanted to bring that up for our viewers to know because we went.
That's a quick summary. One is lighter than the other.
The problem with that was with what you said, or can I counter that? Is what's the guy that directed? Is it Einstein? Einstein? What's his name?
I
The
know you're talking
director
about.
he did the Twilight and all that. If
Yeah.
I'm,
Weinstein.
Weinstein. Correct me if I'm wrong. He didn't get away.
Epstein.
That story.
Epstein,
I think
Epstein,
man. Look,
Epstein.
yeah.
Epstein Island.
I
That guy.
no, I don't think that's him. I think them two totally different people.
Okay.
I could be wrong, but that's why I won't stay on this too long because we're getting the names kind of. But
Right.
what I do know is that the guy that I'm talking about, he didn't get away, and he was lighter than our constituents.
Mm.
So I tell my kids this all the time, man. You know what I'm saying? I say, hey man, I was hustling backwards in one area of raising y'all. We teach our kids to get money. You know what I'm saying? Get money, be successful, get what you want out of this life. That is not the case. What's more important than money is status. You know what I'm saying? Not only who do you know, who are you?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Prime example, you can ride down. I remember taking my son to school, right, in this area, and I remember a pothole being formed. Now, I know the area that he's in.
Mm-hmm.
I said, I'm going to see how long it's taking them to fix this and stop this. The very next day, they cut off 3 lanes and they was fixing that jump right there. They didn't even let it become a pothole.
Mm-hmm.
I go to Oakland, Tennessee, very nice part of town.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of ball players live out there.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
They got potholes. They got them. It may not be like certain areas in our city, but they got them. So I asked myself, all that money out there, why they roads ain't fixed like this particular area? And I said, because councilmen, mayors, prosecutors, they live on this street. Their status.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't got to have all the money in the world, but they make this city go around. They got the paper and the pen. Mm-hmm. They make things, they get shit done. Mm-hmm. These people over here, for lack of a better word, they just dripping.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
We'll get to them when we get ready. But these judges, and these prosecutors, and these attorneys, and this mayor, and these councilmen, they can't be pulling out to no potholes. We ain't gonna stand for that. Mm-hmm. All right, so let's go back to. So we attack, going back to the spiritual side of it. Mm. Religion to me is man's expectations on how you should serve God. Mm. I try to stay away from that because once you get out of those guidelines or their expectations, you typically, you find yourself trying to please man and not God. Mm-hmm. And it's real. It can happen real easy, that quick. It can happen just like that. So for me, I won't do it. I say, become more spiritual. Read whatever doctrine you're reading. Believe in what you're reading. Find a personal relationship with him. Like, I don't call him the Most High every time I talk to him. I say, I'm, type of person I am. Hey man, bruh, big homie. You know what I'm saying? He know what it is, and I think he appreciates that, right? Because he knows that that's me. Mm-hmm. He knows that the respect is there, but I have my own relationship with that, right? And that's why I feel.
All that matters.
Yeah. And with that being said, that allows him to accept who I am. That's that's shaping me, not leaving me shapeless, following man's expectations on how I should talk to him and pray to him. You know what I'm saying? Sing to him, whatever it is that you do. You know what I'm saying? And how you walk. So, build, that's another example of, becoming shapeless, you know what I'm saying, versus, allowing it to create a shape, build it, you know what I'm saying, that what it needs to be. Um, Talk to me, what do you feel about the family and friends aspect of it?
But my thoughts be a little crazy because anybody that's human like me, uh, I really don't put too much uh, power into flesh
Mm-hmm.
because flesh is gonna do what flesh have to do to survive if necessary.
Mm.
So, friends and family, you have. That's why it goes back to what I said. You have to know who you are and know what you stand for, and you can't let anybody tell you the way that you're doing things is worse or better than how they doing things because everybody comes from different walks of life. It's like me telling you, oh man, don't talk like that. Don't do this. Don't move like that. I'm saying that because I can't do it. I don't know how to maneuver out of this situation if I got myself into it. I mean, you can't.
Mm.
I don't. I don't. Basically, what I'm saying is, I do things because I can handle the consequence of it.
Yeah.
I know the outcome of it before I even do it, or what could be the outcome of if I did. So that's why when I do something, I'm not afraid to tell somebody I did it because I already know you're gonna say, "Oh man, that was stupid." Yeah, it was stupid on your part. It wasn't stupid on my part
Yeah.
because I didn't know whether this would be or would not be had I not did this. Because, like I say, flesh. If
Mm-hmm.
I'm always acting like I'm good, people gonna think I'm good all the time. They don't know that I'm struggling. They don't know that this, that, and the third. Why? I tell them I'm good all the time. Sometimes you gotta let motherfuckers know I'm down.
Yeah.
I'm no, I don't know this.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
ain't embarrassed to say I don't know
Yeah.
this.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's my character though. A lot of people, oh, they gonna look at you like this. I don't care what people look at me. What they gonna if I stay this person or I become this person, it's just a new face putting a new negative on. I gained a positive from you and I got a negative from them. So you can't avoid either one. It's just who you want to see it from and who you care about seeing it from.
Mm.
That's the only difference. I don't care about how people look at me or what they say. Oh, you too this, you too this. Don't get mad at me because you can't do it. What you mad at me for? I don't want no smoke with nobody because I know the smoke that I bring is casualties to it. I know this. I know this about me. I know
Yeah.
myself.
Yeah.
I'm in tune with me. And the only way at the end of it all, I can see it not going to that point is to be this and be comfortable with being this and find all the great things about being this. Because one thing my son always tell me, Dad, you know a lot of people. But one thing he can't tell you, Dad, you got a lot of enemies. I
Mm.
don't.
Mm.
I let shit be what it's gonna be. I let it die right there. And if I see you, there ain't no smoke. If you run around, man, yeah, I got the best of Jay. You think you got the best of me. I ain't even worried about it. You still on that. I ain't on that. I'm cordial. What's up? Y'all cool now? Hell no.
Mm.
Hell no. But
Yeah. Yeah.
do he gotta know that? No,
Yeah.
he doesn't know that. Because I don't know who he know and who that person know and who that person know. We wrapped up in phones. I can have a beef with you. I'm putting it out there that I got beef with you.
Yeah.
You're a barber. You could be talking work one day and be like, oh, you work at Side? Man, this nigga, this nigga up there, bro. I know a
Mm-hmm.
nigga, man. I got odds with that nigga, man. And now you done gained somebody who got access to me and I don't even know.
Mm.
But if you don't know we at odds, I know I ain't gonna pull no trick. Not talking guns, but
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
I ain't gonna pull no trick. If you don't pull no trick, but you ain't gonna pull no trick if you don't know you have to pull one. I ain't gonna never let you know you gotta pull one.
I think, okay, going back to when you first answered this, what you said and what I heard, right?
Mm.
What you said and what I heard. I remember my cousin told me, he used to say this a lot. And it really didn't register until much later. He was saying, don't put so much expectations on people. Don't put expectations on people.
I would
I
tell
said,
people
what?
don't have any.
Yeah, that's basically what he said. Like, you know what I'm saying? I said, man, he said, hey, man, when you start putting expectations on people, man, you know what I'm saying? You can almost count 9 times out of 10 that they will let you down.
Mm-hmm.
I said, well, so how do you have a relationship with them without a certain level of expectations? And he could never really just give me an answer that was what I needed to hear. You know what I'm saying? And maybe I didn't ask him in the way that I just delivered it neither, because this happened years ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
But how do you have a relationship with people without having expectations of them in some shape, form, or fashion?
I say, for me, I do what I can do until I can't do. So that means from a relationship with your woman, I don't worry about her end.
Mm-hmm.
I solely 100% focus on my end. I can't determine what you're gonna do, but me and you, we talk. So you've seen how many women I've dated.
Yeah.
You've seen how I come when I come into a relationship. I don't expect them to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Because part of me feel like I know they can't do that. It takes a lot to come in and be your genuine self. A lot of people can't do it, especially women. Because if they could, there'd be no makeup, there'd be no eyelashes, there'd be no wigs, there'd be no foundation, there'd be no BBLs, there'd be no titty jobs. If you 100%.
Now keep that. Now. With that being said, let's be fair to our viewers and our audience. There will be no extensions. There will be no hair transplants.
You know what I'm
There will be
saying?
no sprayed on abs. There will be no anything that's making you feel to the outside of
But
yourself,
what I'm
right?
saying is, most people that wake up in the morning do not like what they see in the mirror.
That is a fact.
And they blame everybody but them, when at one point, like, you gave me this cup.
Yeah.
Right? Out of brotherhood.
Yeah.
Just partake.
Mm-hmm.
That was a generous gesture on your end.
Yeah.
I have to be in tune and know myself to say, hey, I haven't eaten. Hey, I gotta drive. Hey, I got shit to do today.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate it though, bro.
Yeah.
People don't do that.
Yeah.
People say, oh, he gave it to me, I gotta do it.
Yeah.
Who the fuck told you that?
Yeah, that's real shit. That's real shit. Who made you do that?
Who
made you do that? Yeah.
Who told you to do that? No, it's okay to say no and stand on the no.
Yeah.
But people can feel your energy when you really don't feel it when you say it.
Now, with that being said, like, you know, I remember, you know, I think the ultimate level of disrespect that we tend to give to one another as human beings is we don't allow each other we don't give the person the opportunity. We don't respect them enough to be solid enough to make a decision for themselves. We tend to try to make it for them.
Mm-hmm.
For example, if I was dating, right, you know, and I like this girl, but you know, I'm in a relationship, but I like this girl, right? You know what I'm saying? Or I got a lot of girls on the side, but I like you. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of friends, but I got a lot of friends, right? It took me, like, I understood this at a very young age, man. Like, in a world full of men that's just lying all the motherfucking time, man, women appreciate and hold on to that one motherfucker that's being completely honest with them, even if it hurts.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Where I found it much easier to tell a woman, hey, look, man, I respect you enough to make this decision for yourself. And I allow you to live a life that you don't know you living.
Mm-hmm.
And when I started coming to them like that, they was like, man, That's solid. Now that didn't always work, but sometimes it didn't work right then and there. But after a week of thinking about it, or dealing with some of the other dudes they was dealing with, they eventually came, you know what I'm saying, it was like, bro, like I ain't never heard it like that. Like I can respect that. At least you know I'm being honest. If you can't expect nothing else out of me, or let me say not expect, because those are expectations. You understand the requirements of dealing with me as being completely transparent. Therefore, if I start off being completely honest, even when it hurts, and being transparent, how can you not do me the same?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, let's I think even talking to you, I think I understand what maybe that answer would have been that he gave me, maybe. Is that you deal with people that can at least fulfill the requirements as far as your rules of engagement with them, your relationship with them. Expectations versus requirements. You know what I'm saying? The requirement can be something as simple as, or not simple as, the requirement is that you don't lie to me. The requirement is that you don't call me out my name. You know what I'm saying? The requirement is this and that, versus the expectation of um you won't cheat. You know what I'm saying? Or the expectation of you have to tell somebody that, you have to tell your significant other or whatever, you have to text them 3 times out the day. You know what I'm saying? You have to send them roses every Friday. You have to tell them that they look good every day that they get. You know what I'm saying? Like, like,
should go back to
and again, you the person have to decide. Your person, you have to decide that what is, and this comes through communication. So, because sometimes your requirements may be more than what somebody is willing to, but differentiate between through communication what you were expecting versus, like, look, I know you probably can't meet that expectation. I ain't gonna put that on you, but this is what's required. This is the deal breaker. This is the requirement, and not just with the opposite sex, with your homeboys, with your families or friends. I think you have to be very firm and assertive about dictating your rules of engagements with people. You know what I'm saying? Don't allow them to decide what's going to be acceptable or not. Or, and what I mean by that, not them solely. Make sure that it's a mutual thing. If not, that you have complete control over this thing. You know what I'm saying? At least for the part of that you can control. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I see, as far as, like, again, building character, allowing it not to have you shapeless. You know what I'm saying? Versus shaping you into a better person, a better version. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Feel you on that. Definitely feel you on that.
You think we covered everything? You wanna bounce back with it?
To the whole topic.
Okay. The whole topic. This is the part, y'all. Pay attention. This is the part where I call, here we go. We go for the dub. We woke up winning. We got to leave y'all with our idea of the conclusion of getting the W out of this conversation, man. Let's go.
To the whole topic. Wake up.
Tell the people.
Wake up and love what you see in the mirror. Because every eye that is on you, whether it be mother, father, son, daughter, cousin, friend, girlfriend, side chick, whatever, they see a version of you that they like something in. But if you don't see what you like, you will never receive what it is that's special from the relationship that you're in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we wake up, most people, I ain't gonna say me, I wake up, I love what I see in the mirror. I ain't got all the stuff I'm supposed to have. I ain't get all the appreciation I was supposed to get. But I appreciated me for being who I was, where I was, and what I was doing, where I was.
Yeah.
A lot of people can't do that. A lot of people wake up and the first thing they do is tell themselves something negative.
Mm-hmm.
Like this morning, I didn't wake up and say, "Oh, my face look like shit. I need to go get a haircut."
Yeah, yeah.
I woke up, I said, "Man, it's all right."
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because maybe I ain't got it.
Yeah.
Maybe I ain't got to get a haircut today.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna walk around all day feeling like I look like shit.
Man, look, let me be completely honest with you, man. Because confidence is everything.
Most
Confidence
definitely.
over everything. I have walked around feeling like, for lack of a better word, what the young folks say, I put this shit on and thought I should have received, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe some double takes, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. And really didn't get as much, right? You know what I'm saying? But I've put on a jogging suit with the same mentality, right? And maybe a little bit more because I didn't put it on with the expectation and receive twice as much. You know what I'm saying? I think for me, if you woke up, you woke up to go through it. There's no reason to be sad when you woke up. The moment you feel sad, you got to shake that off real quick. You woke up just to go through whatever it is you got to go through. And that right there is a blessing. That's something that you can be confident about walking out that door. That the good man above woke you up to go through it. If I'm gonna leave y'all with this right here, something that's very important before you wake up is how you go to bed.
For sure.
Go to bed knowing if you didn't get a chance the opportunity to do something that you should have did, what you can continue is building character and ex God to forgive you, and with the idea of waking up with the opportunity to get it right this time. You know what I'm saying? Like, me personally, like I go to bed watching comedies, right? You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to see violence before I close my eyes. I need something for my spirit to rest on. Something to make it smile. Prime example, my lady, my wife, we wouldn't see an eye to eye before we went to bed, right? And I had to tell her, hey, good night. I love you. She had already turned her back to me, snuggled under the cover. Hey, I love you. Come give me a kiss. Right? Because it's important how we go to bed. Because if I don't go to bed like this, I'm going to wake up just how I went to bed. And I don't want to wake up like that. For me, what I've learned, what I gather is being women, and she did it, right? She did it. She didn't fight me on it. She did it. Now, she still rolled over a little bit, right? But she did it with a smile on her face. Why? Because women respond to what's dominant. Now, dominant doesn't mean domestic. It doesn't mean aggressive. It means assertiveness, confidence, that this is what you should be doing. I led by example. You know what I'm saying? I tell her all the time, the best that you're gonna get out of me is when men respond to what's delicate. We don't want an alpha female. We don't want a woman trying to be dominant. Baby, if you can give me that damsel in distress, that delicateness in mind, I'm gonna move quick to that. You know what I'm saying? Because those are the difference between those two D's that in the middle of a relationship that keeps everybody where they need to be within their rules of engagement. Yes, within with this particular relationship, the balance that it needs. You being dominant without being domestic. You being dominant without being aggressive. Her being delicate without being needy. You know what I'm saying? Worrisome. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be so delicate later to the point where you become worrisome. Just be delicate enough for him to be able to see the softness in you, that you are dependent on him to make the right decision. You are dependent on him to come through. You are dependent on him to remain dominant in the situation, man. Um, and that's it, man. So look, with all that being said, man, I think we had a good one, man.
For sure.
Yeah, and man, we appreciate y'all. We're gonna try to keep this footage going and everything that we're doing, man. Per usual, as always, man. If ain't nobody told you, I'm gonna tell you now. I hope you woke up winning. Matter of fact, you did wake up winning, man. Till the next time, man. This is brought to you by Correct Change. Dice Game J, Big 40.
Yes, sir.
We did it, baby.
Yes, sir.
Y'all be blessed. One.